In this video, I'm going to explain why you should not worry about someone copying your product or service idea. And I'm going to walk you through the 4-step process that I started using recently after repeatedly failing at choosing a good product or service to sell. With that being said, if you're looking to make a quick buck, this video is probably not for you. Hey, what's up? My name is Eris and welcome to Diaspora Achievers. In this channel, I'm taking the African diaspora on a journey to creating businesses that contribute to the development of Africa, help change the African narrative globally, and will help you become truly financially free. If you're new here and want to be part of this journey, here are your first 2 steps. 1, click on the subscribe button and hit the notification bell below this video so that you get notified as soon as I release a new video to help you get closer to your goals. And number 2, download the free ebook that I've put together for you, which contains a case study on the top obstacle the diaspora faces when investing in Africa and how they overcame them. And 2, I'm providing you 2 great bonuses. Simply go down and take a look at the description box below and click on the link. Now let's get into today's topic. So a couple of days ago, I was having a conversation with a good friend of mine who was essentially telling me that he had found a great product to sell in the insurance space, that there was a lot of money to be made in that industry, and he was thinking of living the career he was in. That reminded me of a time when I wanted to get into wealth management because there was a lot of people making a lot of money in that space. It also reminded me that that was the very reason why that venture never worked out well for me. From that point on, I decided never to follow where I think or hear the money is at, but rather apply the following process that not only ensures that you know what the right product or service to sell is, but allows you to always find products your customers are lining up for. The very first step is not to look for a product or service to sell, but rather define the person or market you want to address. The only reason someone will buy from you is if they have a problem they want to solve or a desire they want to achieve, and they believe that your product or service will help them achieve that. This is fundamental for you to understand. If you don't get it, you won't excel in business. But it even gets deeper than that. You must not focus on those who have a problem or desire, but you rather focus on those who have already decided that they want to solve the problems or achieve something. I repeat, don't target those you think should solve the problem, only target those who already have made the decision to solve a specific problem. Big difference there. If you do it well, that would unlock more opportunities that we'll get to in the 3rd point. I'll give you a quick example. When I was looking for wealth managers client for my digital marketing agency, there was a fundamental assumption I was making without realizing. I assumed that all wealth managers wanted to get more clients. When I was pitching my digital marketing solution to them, it was all about how to get new customers. It did not resonate well with some prospects simply because they did not want to grow their business. They were very happy with where they were. After bumping my head a few times, I realized it, and I started posing them the following question earlier in the process. Are you happy with where you are, or would you like to grow your business and get more customers? By just asking that question, it saved me so much time and headaches. And for those who said that they wanted to grow their business, the conversation was a lot smoother. Don't get into the trap of trying to convince someone that they need to make the change that you want them to make. I know in our African community, there is this idea of hiding or stealing product and services ideas or business ideas in general. And I always tell people, I can't care less if I tell you what I'm going to do. You probably don't understand the actual business that I'm in. Are you going to be able to execute it as well as I will? Are you as passionate to help my market succeed as I am, or are you simply looking to make a quick buck? So picking the right and profitable market or niche to operate in is a critical topic that I should make an entire video on. I'm actually going to do it very soon. Step 2 in the process. Now that you're clear on the journey your customer is on, you must clearly define how your company will help that person or that market as a whole get there. And then you will do that based on your abilities, your skill set. And then essentially you're trying to figure out how uniquely your product and service will help them get to where they're trying to get to. You could sell one or multiple products and services, but that is not what defines your business. Your 50 years experience making jollof rice does not define you. What defines you is how that restaurants help your customers stay connected with an authentic Africa, because that is what your customer deeply desire, connected with an authentic and true Africa. Another business can decide to help that customer who is in a quest for African authenticity by selling them clothes, music, art. I mean, you get the idea. I invite you to go out and visit the website or take a look at signs of businesses around you. I bet you most of them talk about themselves, and usually that's a reflection of how they define themselves. If you don't understand who you truly serve, you might get caught up in the we sell this, we sell that, and then you might probably miss the boat, because the next person can come and sell the exact same thing at a cheaper number and take over your customer, because at that point you're simply a commodity and boom, you're out of business. As opposed to if you sell a set of products that collectively address the need of your customer's journey, and now you're in business. Just to continue on that example around the jollof rice, now when you're in that kind of business, you can now sell that jollof rice with servers dressed up in African fashion, for example, in a restaurant that plays African music. So essentially you immerse that customer who's in quest for the African experience, you immerse them into that experience. So it's not just about the fantastic food, but it's also around the full experience. Now, the third step when looking for a profitable product or service idea is to identify all of the problems the person you are serving is going to find along their journey. In the previous point, you as a business owner would say something like, I know it's hard to stay connected to your authentic African culture. That's why we make this beautiful jollof rice with fresh ingredients coming from the motherland, for example. And then you can even add to that and say, by enjoying this food, you would completely be immersed in Ghana, Nigeria, Senegal, whatever the restaurant is. Now your customer are going to face some obstacles trying to achieve their goal, to the point where they might be tempted to give up. Your job is to identify those problems ahead of time and remove those hurdles so that your customer can achieve their goal. By removing those obstacles, you create value, and they will gladly pay you for that. There are a couple of ways to go about it. Your product or service can help make their journey faster, shorter, cheaper, smoother, whatever the case may be. Now let's do a quick exercise. Let's imagine that you and I are going to start a business that focuses on helping young professionals speak an African language. Let's just say Kiswahili, for example. Now let's look at all of the different options we have as far as creating a business. We could create an app, we could do group coaching, we could become a personal Kiswahili teacher, we could put together a Kiswahili book, we can do immersion tours, so trips over to East Africa. We can be a reseller of or affiliate of Kiswahili teaching products. So let's just start for now. We have about, what did I get? How many did I get? 7 or 8 ideas. Let's just say we opt for creating a mobile application, because that's where we are very strong at in terms of skill set. At this stage, we would have completed step 2 of the process. Now the third step is to identify the problems the customer will face along their journey. It could be lack of conversation because it's sold through a mobile application. It could be issues around not having feedback from pronunciation. It could be issues around not having the ability to improve their vocabulary and much more. Your job as a business owner is to address those problems. The fourth step, which is the last one in the process and most probably the most exciting one, is the following. Now that your customer has made their transformation, they are now completely fluent in Kiswahili, and now that you have addressed all of their problems, you think your business is done because they've reached their goal, but not at all. They became a new person with a new set of goals, therefore new sets of problems, therefore a new sets of opportunities, service, and product that you can create for them. Essentially, this created a new set of opportunity, as I said, and then you have to go back to that journey again and figure out what is the new journey now. But the good thing is at that point, because you would have solved their prior problems, it's a lot easier for you to sell your new product because they already trust you, you already deliver, you already make them happy. Now, selling new product is going to be, as I said, a lot easier. So to follow up on that example, we put together a mobile application. Now they're completely fluent. We could organize immersion trips to East Africa, or open a Kiswahili only karaoke spot, or whatever you think makes the most sense. There you have it. If you want to build a sustainable business and consistently find product and services to sell, the first question is not where can I find those products, but rather who am I passionate to solve problems for. If you don't get that point, you might have a short-lived business at best. Now my question for you is, which one of these 4 steps I laid out are you most likely to apply? And let me know if you have a different approach to identifying good product to sell. And I mean consistently. I don't mean just something that's a seasonal product or something also along those lines. If you think there needs to be more content like this to help the diaspora, the African diaspora, prosper and make an impact, go ahead and hit the like button on this video to encourage it on YouTube. And something else that will also help the diaspora have more content is if you share it. Obviously, if you appreciated the video, if you got value from the video, go ahead and share it to 5 or 10 people, and make sure that 5 or 10 people, we can cut it there. Peace out.